Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. Today's project is for Scrapbook Nerd and I just want to give you an idea on how to use mixed media to mute a pattern and make it work for your layout. For this particular layout, I am using the Winter Meadow collection by Photoplay, and I really like the colors in the collection, but they're a little bit dark. And the picture that I have is actually a picture of my family in a snowstorm, and I wanted to bring some of that winter feel to it. So I created this background with using one of the Chesnick cut files. I think it's called a snowflake. I just welded a few of the snowflakes in different sizes just to create sort of a corner for this page. And after auditioning a few papers, I actually like the way the snowflakes in the paper complement the snowflakes in the cut file. So I am gonna go ahead and start muting the pattern a little bit because I find that even though they complement, they also compete. And for this, I am using plain acrylic paint. It is actually from Michaels, nothing special. But the key here is to use an acrylic paint brush. And what an acrylic paint brush is, it has harder bristles, like kind of nylon, kind of plastic, that actually helps not to carry that much paint, especially for this type of project. If you use a watercolor brush, you're gonna find the watercolor brush have softer hair in the brush, so that will carry a lot of paint and will actually gum up, and just as the nature of the brush. And it does take a while to cover the background, but it's actually really simple. All you have to do, and you're going to use very little paint actually, all you do is take a little bit of paint with your brush, use a dry brush, and kind of place it in the center, and then just try to like kind of rub the brush, like think of it stippling the brush around the area. And all you have to do is all you're doing is stretching the kind of blob of paint. You're not really using blob, you're using very little, but all you're doing is stretching it. So you're going to see that there's some spots that are a little bit like lighter, whiter, and that's just what the paint, like the beginning of kind of like the center of where I started stippling from. And that's all it takes though. It takes a little while to do this, and that's why I'm speeding it up, because it did take a while to do it. And another thing that I do along the way is bringing the cutout, just to give me an idea of where I'm going to place it and when I'm adding the paint. Also because I don't want to just add the paint so that it cuts the cut file and it creates this like really defined line between the cut file, the mixed media and the paint. I want to stretch the background or the paint, if you can say, so that it covers a little bit of the picture and it softens the entire look. Once I am happy with like everything that's covered, and don't get discouraged that it looks really white. Actually, when it dries, it clears. So you're gonna see that it's not as white. It becomes a little bit more transparent, translucent. So you'll see the image behind. All I'm doing right now is just the little bit of paint that I had left on my mat. I just water it down with a few drops of water. Sorry for being like the pun. But and then all I'm doing is now I'm using a water brush just to drop a few splatters along the page. I wanted to bring the idea of snowflakes or snowfall, because the picture that I'm using is one of last year. We had a really nice snowstorm in Toronto, and there was a lot of snow, and we went for a walk, and it's my mom, my daughter, and our dog, and there's a lot of snow around them. So I just wanted to bring the same idea to the page. And one thing that I did is I left the mixed media to dry on its own. I know that in some cases I tend to use my heat gun, but I've learned that when I use my heat gun on acrylic, it actually buckles the page and it creates these holes and dips. But if you let it dry on its own, it actually kind of dries flat. That's the beauty of acrylic. It's kind of a dry medium, so it dries really flat and really fast too. While that's drying, all I'm doing is I wanted to bring more softness, because there's a whole bunch of no holes, but the cut file is a little bit delicate. There's a like intricate cut. So I wanted to soften some of the images. And for that, I'm bringing in vellum. And all I'm doing is I'm just using a pencil to trace the inside of the snowflakes. I'm not tracing the entire snowflake, just the inside. And then I'm just fussy cutting it and gluing it straight onto the cutout. Once I am done with all of that, and you're gonna see me that I just did a few and I took it off camera because it did take a while, because I did every single one of the snowflakes. And once I done that, I glued everything. I am using some foam adhesive. So I just was careful. I used my non-stick scissors just to cut the foam adhesive and to attach it to the back of the cutout. And because there's such a small defined lines, I just was careful and of where I place my sorry, the foam adhesive, and then that was it. One of the things that you see me do is that when I created the background, I'm actually rotating the background because it just I thought it looked better once on the picture. Another thing that you're gonna notice is that I'm actually had the background has a lot of gold splatters, and all I did is actually I used a hide swap color shine just to add some gold splatters. I wanted to bring another color to the background, and that's it. That's pretty much the entire background. And now we're gonna come to decorate the page. And the collection actually came with some ephemera pack, and in this collection it very winter Christmas oriented, sorry. And I thought that some of the designs worked for this layout and some didn't, but I actually like this frame, and it had some red lines and actually works because um, my family is wearing actually a red scarf and the baby's wearing a red sweater. So I wanted to bring some of the red. And because the picture is shorter than the frame, I just cut the frame in half, and you're gonna see me that I'm using it in two different places so that it does actually not match, but it actually frames the picture somehow. Um, One thing that I always do to my picture is I don't like gluing things straight onto the picture. So what I do in this actually in this layout is I added a piece of vellum behind the picture. And after that, I'm using again some foam adhesive just to pop it above the cut file because I wanted it to show more than the snowflakes. And after that, once I glued it onto the background, you're gonna see me that I actually pull some of the cutout just to glue it on top because I didn't want to hide it. I wanted to be part of the scene, but that's about it. After that, it actually comes together really easily. I actually brought some of the embellishments, actually quite a bit of the embellishments for this particular page from the Snow and Cocoa collection from Cray Paper. I had it in my style, but it worked really well. And one of the reasons that I brought it in is because it has a lot of gold in it. And I thought that would work really well on this layer. And I am using the big title from the chipboard sticker to create a title on this page, and then some of the snowflake sticker just to bring some of the gold accents along the page. And after that, all I'm doing is adding a few embellishments from the collection sticker page, and also from the Snow and Cocoa sticker pages. And as you can see, I'm gonna create this like just a few clusters at the top and bottom corners of the picture, and that's pretty much it. Once like I said before, there's a little bit of red on the picture, so I brought some of the red accents from the collection, like in the heart, and you're gonna see me that I add a few words, and that's about it. A few lines of journal. And after I was like happy with that, I thought that it needed a little bit more gold, so I'm using some of the Nouveau drops in gold just to add some little centers to some of the snowflakes. And that's all it took. It was simple. It took a while to dry to create the background, but not kidding you, this entire page came together in 45 minutes. And that's with drying time and actually backing the layer. And that's all it takes to mirror a background, and it actually works really, really well. I hope you try it. If you have any questions, let me know. I am willing to help you. You can contact me. And don't forget to check the store for all the materials used in this layout. And thank you for joining me. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.